Hey, fellas! Welcome to Southwest Titans Fantasy Football League Week 13 recap. I'll be honest, I glanced at it a little bit, but I haven't really prepared. We're getting close to the end of the season, but we've, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Maybe I have. It's been a while since I've done a lot of analysis, but we're going into the final week of the regular season, and we still have three teams, three spots, I should say, left for the playoffs. We got five teams battling for the playoffs, and one team has put himself in a good position to battle for a final spot. Our stud of the week, just the two of us against these nuts. You know, again, these nuts. He already said, "Hey, whoever plays me in week 13 is going to get a win." These nuts didn't have a bad week. Even with all of his guys on bye week, a lot of guys on bye week, and it was respectable on his end. But Tua gets the win, 188 to 132 against these nuts. Tua battling, just battling, saying I'm not going away. I don't even know what to say. And Tua, he had 10 possessions in double figures. He had his kicker with 8, and then honestly, Eckler 2.28 points. That was the biggest disappointment. I mean, I've been waiting like for a team to get all 12 positions in double figures. He was close. He was close, but just a dominant performance. These nuts plugged in Geno Smith, which I have him in another league too, and got me a win. But 39 points from Geno, 22 points from Derrick Henry, 27 points from Mike Evans, but just coming up short across the board there. So just the two of us staying alive, staying alive. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But Tua staying alive for the playoffs. You'll hear more about it in the Week 14 preview. I've already gone through various scenarios, and Tua, despite being in 8th place at 6-7, is still alive. Runner-up stud of the week, FAFO. I already said I would lose. I said I predicted I would lose, but you know what? I didn't do as bad as I thought I would with so many positions on bye week. The guys that I plugged in did really well. Like lived up to the guys that I replaced, but my other starters frickin' didn't do much. And there's not much to say. FAFO gets the win, 185 to 138. Again, 138's respectable, especially with all the guys on bye week. But FAFO, he FAFO, in all honesty, kicked my ass like within the first hour of noon kickoff. So Tyreek Hill, 78-yard touchdown. His tight end, Laporta, touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60-yard touchdown. Whatever. Anyway, FAFO does what I expected him to do. He gets the win. Locks in number 1. Locks in a first round bye. That's all there is to say. Congrats to FAFO. FAFO is he's been awesome all year, and also takes over in total points. First team in the league to score 1,900 or more points. So, congrats to FAFO. Let's see. Who is the third leading scoring team? That would be Ice Braves, right? Against Tebow United. Ice Braves gets the win 144 to 85. Okay. Ice Braves, Brock Purdy, man. I didn't look, but I'm assuming this is his best game of the season so far. 43 points. Pittman, 16 and a half. ATN, 13 points. McCaffrey, 17. Olave, 12 points. Just strong. Tebow United, Trevor Lawrence, who I believe is now hurt. He's probably out. Doesn't matter. I mean, Tebow United's not in the hunt at all. And now, add insult to injury, Trevor Lawrence is probably out. Just, yeah, didn't happen. Ice Braves gets the win. Ice Braves gets the win. Um, I'm sorry. I have no joke today. I'm 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 throwing together the video. So next we have Mighty Coon Dogs versus Paducah Fins. Mighty Coon Dogs gets the win 136 to 108. Tebow Samuel for Mighty Coon Dogs, 35 points. Wow. 116 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. That's awesome. I wish that was Ayuk. Jamar Chase, 149 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 over 40. Again, I'm keeping it brief. Paducah Fins is in last place. He's done. So, I'm sorry for the short summaries this evening. Mighty Coon Dogs gets a win and stays alive for a playoff spot. So, oh, who's next? Who's next? God, I'm totally lost. I'm off my game tonight. I didn't do any prep. I guess we'll go to the Cowpokes versus Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Really, Cowpokes? You got to play Ozark twice this season. Cowpokes gets a win 133 to 101. Dak Prescott for the Cowpokes, 34 points. CeeDee Lamb with 20. That was it. His individual defensive players each scored 10 to 12 points. Ozark, Stroud from Houston, 24 points. DK Metcalf. Oh, I watched that game against the Cowboys. 33 points, but he just sucked everywhere else. I'm sorry. There's nothing else to say about that. So Cowpokes gets the win. Oh my. Oh my. And then we have Hey Fellas versus Marinos Mafia. Hey Fellas gets the win 130 to 122. Hey Fellas staying alive for the playoffs. Nakua from the Rams, 21 points. Hubbard, Carolina running back, getting him 20. I mean, he had a lot of guys getting him 14 points. A lot of guys. Even Mahomes, which was unexpected. But, Marino's Mafia, other than Jalen Hurts, his quarterback, getting him 25. His team defense and his individual defensive players got him 10, 10, 11, but just wasn't enough to get him a win. So anyway, what I'm looking at here is we've got FAFO locked in, number one, first round bye. I honestly already thought I would lose. I thought Cowpokes might pass me in total points this week, but he did not. We're both tied at 10-3, but it doesn't matter, as I said, because we're playing each other head to head next week. We'll dive into that for the week 14 preview. But we've got 5 teams battling for 3 final playoff spots. D's Nuts, IH Braves, hey fellas, Mighty Corn Dogs, and just the 2 of us. And I'm sorry, guys, dead in the water, out of the playoffs. Marinos Mafia, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Tebow United, and Purdue Fins. And just so you know, there's no loser will this week. As I mentioned last week, it would take a miracle the last 2 weeks for someone just to tie Purdue Fins on the loser wheel. Purdue Fins with the loss this week. And, sitting there at 1-12, I'm so happy, Purdue Fins, that you got that one win of the season. Seriously, I'm happy for you. But Purdue Fins, I got your number. You got my number. Shoot me a text. Tell me what email address you want your Amazon e-gift card sent to. $25 Amazon e-gift card for win or loser wheel, and I'll get that sent out to you. And stay tuned in the next 2 or 3 days, 4 days, whatever. I'll do a week 14 preview. I've got all the matchups broken down, I believe. I'm not a human computer, but I think I have all the situations covered. But we'll cover those here in a few days. But anyway, have a great night, fellas.